basically to interim assistant coaches. They were running operations in the interim. He visited, knew it was the right school for him from Blaine, Minnesota. And here is a foul and maybe more. Victor Borges maybe showing a red, and he does to Nolan Bryce. Bryce was very late on the challenge to Antonio Biggs, and now Xavier is in big trouble. A very late challenge coming, and then the takedown at the end. There was a lot of contact before it, but the ultimate pull down gets Bryce red carded pending a VAR review.
Yeah, take another look at this replay here, and you could see Bryce, he was a step and a half late going up against Biggs, and almost like what you see in football, taking him down by the horse collar and the back of that jersey, kind of got a perfect view of it, and I would be surprised if this does get lessened to a yellow. I think it was deserving of a red, and I think Xavier could be playing with 10 for the rest of this match.
So here in the 20th minute, a potential game-changing moment. Again, the call on the field is a red card. Victor Borges has a very quick look. Well, now he's going to sit back down again. Maybe he has another angle to view. Nolan Bryce is a first-year starter.
Yeah, you see right here, Biggs has a step and a half on him, and you see that right hand right on the nameplate where it says St. John's on the top of the jersey, and he gets tugged down by there, kind of like that horse collar that you see in football. Bryce knew right away he was in the wrong, and I think he tried to defend it, but you see right here that right arm on that back plate of Biggs. Referee's taking a long look at this. Again, you see it right there. I don't know, Ralph. I think I'm keeping this as a red.
I'd be surprised if this is overturned with you, Kevin, too. Pretty clear and deliberate. Victor Borges. Now, of course, there's no way to hear what he said to the two coaches, but I think he is now going to pull Bryce off.
It is a red because you see Nolan Bryce walking off the field right now, off camera, towards that near side flag in the corner. He's going to head back to the Xavier locker room, it looks like.
And there is Nolan Bryce, so he is showing the locker room here in the 20th minute in Queens. No score, and St. John's is going to play up a man for the remainder. And once you see it even a couple times, you see the extent of the pull. At times, perhaps it can be incidental, where you get a little piece of the jersey, but that was a clear pull in the form of a tackle from Bryce.
Well, and when you're Nolan Bryce and you realize that you're beat and you're still a young player, just a sophomore, you try to make up for it, but that time just too much, and the red card comes.
Xavier will make subs as they have to dramatically change their lineup, so Fabrizio Bernard de la Garza has to head off because they need to bring in a new center back.
Oh, and kind of Bryce, a defender on this Xavier team. We've already talked about how that the biggest question about the Musketeers was their defense. Now losing a starter for the rest of this match, it's going to be even more difficult with the amount of pressure St. John's has already put on them.
Bryce will also miss the next match. Jakupovic chip in from a good spot, and Kuffel is on it. It wasn't very dangerous. Xavier subs on, back up Ekene Okeke.
Hey, you see that from Biggs and Kuffel, a little bit of a fist